Hello, third grade friends. This is a video that I am going to keep posted on our Google Classroom all year long. In this video, I am going to talk about the different strategies you can use for multiplication. I want you to refer back to this video. If you ever have a time where you're really struggling with a multiplication problem and you're not sure what you can do to set it up to solve that problem, I'm going to go through the 3 strategies that we will really practice this year and really work on. So before I get started with the strategies, I want to talk to you about what is multiplication, because you have come to 3rd grade and so many of you are so excited for multiplication. That's what you could not wait to get here for, and you're ready to do it. But I first want you to know, what is multiplication? So multiplication is one of the 4 mathematical operations, and what that means is you have addition and subtraction, which you have worked so hard on in kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade. And now we are ready to hit multiplication. Later in the year, we'll get to division. But when you're multiplying, you add equal groups of a number together. So the first strategy that we like to use is making something called an array. An array has rows and columns that include the 2 factors that are given to you in your multiplication problem. Your product, or your answer, is how many are in all of your array. So for example, we have this math problem, 3 times 4 equals 12. I always like to do my thinking out loud, and when I'm making an array, I say my problem, 3 rows of 4. So over here, I have a row, and a row. Rows go horizontally, columns go up and down. I like to think of that as the word column has the L in it, and so the columns are nice and tall like the letter L. So 3 rows of 4 tells me that here's 1 row, 2 row, and 3 rows. In each of those rows, there are 4 x's. So to find my answer, or my product, I need to add 4 plus 4 plus 4 all together, and I have 12 x's in my array. The second strategy is repeated addition, and it's exactly as it sounds. It's adding over and over and over again, however many your first factor tells you to add. So for example, with the same problem, 3 times 4, this first number tells me I'm going to have 3 equal groups, or 3 of something. And in each of those somethings is going to be 4. So I have the number 4, and I added it 3 different times. 3 or 4 plus 4 plus 4. And I know that 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. So 3 times 4 equals 12. The last strategy is equal groups. Equal groups has you drawing pictures and then putting the equal number inside of the pictures. We use equal groups a lot to start out with, but I don't want you to rely too much on it, because our numbers will get bigger and then you're going to run out of space drawing your pictures, or you're just going to run out of time. So again, the problem is 3 times 4 equals 12. We know my first factor, 3, tells me I need 3 equal groups. So each circle is an equal group. I drew my 3 circles. Inside of each equal group, I need to put 4 counters or 4 x's, whatever I'm using. So I put 4 x's in this first equal group, 4 x's in the next equal group, and 4 x's in the third equal group. I now have 3 equal groups of 4, so I can add those 3 equal groups together, and I will get 12. Please let me know if you have any questions at all. Use this video to help you as a resource. I want you to really study your facts at home, because I know by the end of the year you guys will be awesome with your multiplication facts. Bye guys.